Hey guys, this is Arsenal Giants PS3 and this is episode 4 of season 2 of our FIFA 13 career mode series with AC Milan. And first off here, I just want to explain what's going to be happening in this introduction. We do have our 3 matches in this episode, and they are going to be our 3 matches in the Serie A against Torino, Brescia and Udinese. Now, as you can see, we do also have our 2 international qualifiers with Ireland against Turkey and France, and these qualifiers are going to be in the next episode, not in this episode, because we are going to have our 3 Serie A matches. So I'm not going to show you the results, I'm going to be skipping over them. I am going to be playing those matches and I have recorded them, but they're going to be involved in next episode. So that's all cleared up now. I hope you guys understand what is happening and we can now move on. So anyway, our first match of the episode is against Torino, and of course they're not exactly a very strong club, they're not very prestigious, they usually finish quite low down the table on average, I think anyway, and especially at home at the San Siro it should be a relatively easy match essentially. But one thing I just want to point out first of all, just to clear this up, just so we don't have to talk about it ever again, is that a few of you guys mentioned last episode that I may have, to quote, copied Cal Freezy in the players that he has on his career mode. Now, just to point this out, I look at all the suggestions from you guys and I then purchase all those players in accordance to their importance and their overall rating, their price, etc, etc. And I promise you, I have not copied Cal Freezy. Just sort of, I don't want to talk a lot about it because it's not really that important, but just to point it out, I haven't copied him. And if it's that much of a problem, just go watch his career mode. That's it basically. So anyway, back to the match itself now, and we are 1-0 up at half time. Just complete domination over Torino at this point. They didn't have a single chance actually in the first half, and you know, we had so many opportunities. Here we have Javi Pastore on the ball, who honestly speaking hasn't been that impressive thus far, but Luis Muriel does really well. He has the shot and it comes out on the rebound to Javier Pastore, and of course if he had missed that chance I would have been able to slag him off, but he's in the right position, he does manage to score it, and so all credit to him. You know, he put us 2-0 up, and still Torino, you know, they just couldn't get out of their own half, honestly speaking. They couldn't do anything at all, and it was just chance after chance. Some lovely football here, and Abate on the edge of the area crosses into Montalivo, but sadly it just doesn't quite reach him, and Torino just completely penned in their own half. This was the only real half chance, if you can even call it. That ball comes over the top, but Hold the Bad Stuber just heads it back to the keeper, and that was just the story of the match really. It was just complete domination. The defence was extremely solid and Torino were just completely dominated. I can't think of anything else for it, but Luis Muriel does really well, through on goal, has the shot, comes off the post, very unfortunate. And you know, that's the only real issue I have with Luis Muriel. It's a little bit hit and miss sometimes. Sometimes he'll do like something really incredible, does something really impressive, and then he'll miss a really easy chance. So it is quite confusing and quite frustrating in that regard, but he is most definitely an improvement over Pazzini. And you know, at full time it was 2-0 to us, and just look at those stats. We had 9 shots on target and they did not have a single shot on target at all, and they only had a single shot off target. That was just yeah, I've said it like 600 times, it was complete domination and a really well deserved 3 points. But now on to our second match against Brescia, and of course Brescia, if I'm wrong, sorry, correct me, but I think they've only just been promoted to Serie A. I'm not really too sure, but still, you know, this again, really good opportunity here. Luis Muriel through on goal here on the edge of the area, he just smashes it in, and that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes he is just so clinical, just had the one chance from the start of the match and he just smashes it in instantly, and sometimes he can be a little bit hit and miss, but that opportunity there, brilliant stuff. And still, you know, Brescia tried to come forward, but now on the counter attack, El Shaarawy, he does well here to pick out Robinho, and then Robinho finds Nocerino, and from this point doesn't have anything really happening. But look at this run from Robinho, then picks out Luis Muriel, well, you think anyway, but again, defensively not brilliant. Comes out to Robinho and still to Luis Muriel here. Does really well, cuts outside here, and then look at that for a shot. Just smashes it in. That clip was a little bit drawn out, but still a lovely goal there by Luis Muriel. And again, sometimes very clinical, sometimes misses easy chances. So I don't know, at this point he's in a really good run of form and doing really well, so I'm quite happy for him at this point. But you know, to be fair to Brescia, they did have a few chances here. It's a good shot and Gaeta makes a good save, but again, Brescia not really threatening too much, and just before half time actually, just sort of pressing us a little bit, keeping up some form of pressure, and just as it pops out to here, Gaeta forced into another save. It was very comfortable, and at half time 2-0 to us, Luis Muriel with both of the goals, and this is actually just after half time. Unfortunately my capture module screwed up a bit, but Robinho throwing goal now, chips the keeper, really lovely finish there by Robinho, and it is now 3-0. Just on the replay actually, as you can see, Robinho running through and goal, and just look at this for a finish, lovely stuff by Robinho, just gives it a little bit of a chip and over the keeper, and that was 3-0 just after half-time. And, against AC Milan, Brescia weren't really looking for, they weren't trying to improve the scoreline, just trying to keep it as respectable as possible, and we were just sort of passing around, trying to keep our momentum going, trying to get another goal, just so we can keep up this great run of form. And Montelivo picks out, Muriel does really well here, takes it past the keeper, but sadly can't quite get a shot on target. It was quite a hard chance, actually, to be fair to him. It was quite a difficult one to angle in, and I'm not going to blame him for that one, but still Robinho does really well. He actually loses the ball, actually, but he does manage to win the free kick. He steps up, and look at this for an effort. Comes off the post, very unfortunate there, but still we have the ball, still keeping up the pressure, and we really want to find that another goal just to really kill off the match. It is already killed off essentially, but just trying to rub it in their faces, and does really well here. Out wide to Abate, plays it right back in to Montelivo, and Montelivo just blocked off there. It's not really a penalty, but still Brescia really just offering nothing at all. AC Milan are just such a strong side here, and they do manage to clear it out, and that is it, 3-0 full time. Another 3 points and another clean sheet. Just our defence is so strong, and man of the match was of course Robinho with a 9.0. Luis Muriel just behind with an 8.7, but Robinho was of course a really strong player in this match. So our team is looking very strong at the minute, and our next match of the episode is against Udinese, who Luis Muriel used to play for, as you guys know, and also Pazzini is actually starting up front for them, and also Gaston Ramirez from Southampton, which is a little bit strange how he went to them, but still they do have a relatively strong side. But we are at home at the San Siro, and with our great run of form at the minute, you would expect us to sort of carry that on and get the 3 points, and it really did start off brilliantly for us. Luis Miranda makes the run, and it's a great pass yet again. Luis Miranda through on goal here, sees Robinho in the centre and just lays it off to him for the pass across. Lovely goal there, but still, at 1-0 again, we're just so strong, and some people are probably going to say that we should turn up the difficulty, but when you are on a great run of form, you just have to carry on with that. Once you're in a bad run of form, results are going to start turning against you very quickly, and at this point I'm just happy that we're on a great run of form, and still, up the pitch. Look at this turn from Robinho, look at that touch, lovely stuff, and Robinho now through and goal. Can he make it 2-0 and really get us off to a good advantage? He cannot, sadly, and it's a good save by the keeper, and that was really frustrating just because we really needed that 2-goal lead, otherwise they were going to come back into this, and they almost do actually. Gaston Ramirez, who does really well, holds up the ball, doesn't have a lot of players coming with him, but now he can run the ball, and it goes over the top to Fabrini, but defensively really solid there, and Abate can now clear it out, and defensively we're just so solid, which is actually pretty surprising to me, really, because if any of you guys watched my Swansea career mode, I leaked goals like crazy. I mean, I conceded so many goals, it was unreal, and at this point, after not conceding any in our first 3 matches, is actually really impressive. I'm quite surprised at myself, really, but with the free kick here, Robinho just goes over the bar there, and at half time it was 1-0 to us, but again we're really solid, we're on course for those 3 points, and still in the second half on the attack once again. Luis Mora does really well here to hold up the ball and brings in options, and Notarino here picks up the right pass, lays it off to Javi Pastore, and he goes on under the tackle there, and that is a penalty surely. I don't have a replay of it, but surely that is a penalty and it's not given, and that is quite frustrating, but still keeping up the assault. Now Luis Morial passes it off to Javi Pastore, and again this is some lovely football, and Robinho does really well, good save by the keeper, but still that was some lovely football, and still the ball inside their half, just under pressure like crazy. Robinho yet again with another shot, and again another save by the keeper, and it still does not go out. Still Notarino has the ball here, lays it off to El Shirawi, and he does really well, takes a pass, and unfortunately that was the end of the attack. Some great chances there, but still he could not take them and couldn't get that 2-goal cushion, and now Udinese on the counter-attack. Pazzini on the ball, lovely ball over the top actually to Pinzi, does really well, keeps on running. Some Abate not great defensively, but still we can't clear it out. Falls yet again to Pazzini, lays it off to Gaston Ramirez, and this bloke has the shot, falls to Gaston Ramirez, and wouldn't you know it, after all those chances, all those opportunities, they managed to equalise. That is just, oh my god, and Gaston Ramirez, and Pazzini was involved in it, of all people, had to be Pazzini, and now we're trying to get that 2 and trying to get those 3 points desperately. Lovely footwork there by Luis Mora, great football yet again, and Luis Mora throw and goal, has the shot, and it's straight at the keeper, and yet again, as I said, easy chance, and he couldn't score it, but still now one last opportunity, and Luis Mora trying to play it out wide now to El Shirawi, does really well, great footwork yet again, just trying to get that second goal, and unfortunately Luis Mora couldn't play the pass, and it's hoofed out by Udinese, compensate, and that is it at full time, 1-1, and we dropped points there massively. We had so many chances, so many opportunities, and we just couldn't take it. And man of the match was, of course, Robinho, who I had subbed off for Bojan, who didn't really offer anything at all. But still, drop points that we really should have taken, all those chances we had, and sadly we are only third in the table with 7 points. Everyone else is on 7 points, so it's not too bad, but I would have really liked 9 points out of 9. And that is the end of this episode in terms of actual matches. So on to now goal of the episode. First off here, we have the Robinho goal against Torino. Lovely layoff on the edge of the area, and then he just smashes it in the back of the net. Lovely layoff, and then a really good finish by him. And next up, we have the Luis Morial goal against Brescia. Some great football, lays it out wide to Luis Morial, and he just blasts it in from the edge of the area. So please leave a comment on which one you think should be goal of the episode, and I will include that in next episode's episode basically. So anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, if you could leave a thumbs up, that'd be greatly appreciated, and thank you very much for watching.